found Barry, I was like, please tell me you were safe, right? So thank God that went that way.
Walk me through that at bat. It was obviously really tough, and you got the winning run on third base. What's just going through your mind?
Just kind of went up there with the mindset I got to swing at something that's in the zone, regardless of what it is or if I'm ready or not. Can't really miss pitches in that situation. Thankfully, Bear's fast enough. So.
Did you elevate?
No, I was just looking to hit something hard. I mean, a little blooper to the infield to get through. So, it's kind of the way it is when running on third and you don't have 2 outs.
Your confidence level in Jared making it home safe?
It's pretty high. We're big guys, but we're pretty fast. I feel like people sleep on that. So.
How big does the ball look to you right now?
Same size it always is. Just staying confident, staying locked in on what I need to do, and that's kind of the approach I've been taking.
So what do you attribute this, surge that you're having offensively to?
Just not giving up. The rest, the entire team. A tough weekend at A&M, a long weekend at that with the rain delay there too. You would never know. It's like our 18th delayed game, and I hate to say this, but Tigers play better at 2 a.m. So it's just nothing, keeping the team surging energy-wise throughout the dugout and through the locker room.
Coach, talk about your selflessness. Talk about the pride you take in wearing that brand across your chest.
Yeah, so I've lived in Louisiana my entire life. It's kind of something I choose to stay here and kind of play for the 3 letters. A lot of great players have came through here and dedicated their hard time and blood to the program, and that's not a lot of things you find a lot of places. So playing with those 3 letters is insane, regardless of whether my name's on the back or not.
Walk me through the bats against Root. Last week he dominates against Texas, and then this week comes in one of the toughest ballparks in the SEC.
Yeah. Staying confident, getting a pitch I know I can handle, not getting out of my plan. When you face a tough pitcher, it's easy to get out of your plan. He's good for a reason. Just waiting on a pitch I can get. If I get 2 strikes, fell off some good pitches, and try to continue to get pitches I can hit hard.
Coach talked about just offensively how by the time you guys get to postseason, we'll have seen everything as an offense. Just do you feel like you guys have seen pretty much everything you could possibly see in terms of what's to come and how the high stakes are going to be even greater with some of the arms you're facing?
Yeah, we face a lot of good arms. That's no joke. You can go back and look yourself, but I feel like it's we've done it all fall. We have a great pitching staff, so when you see an entire fall of the pitchers like we got, it kind of sets you up for it. Regardless, we're just going to face out another guy another day, so it's kind of the mindset we take with it.
When you guys got down 2 runs, just talk about maybe what you guys were saying amongst yourselves, just trying to stay in the game and not let it get beyond that.
Yeah, there's no panic in baseball. There's plenty of time. Whether into the first or into the 9th, you've got plenty of time in baseball, and we've been down larger than that before. So, just staying within ourselves, not trying to get too big or do too much or be the hero of the night. But, we've done it so many times, we spend so much time together that I don't think that comes to a point in anybody's mind. We just stay within ourselves and stay to our plan.
Coach made a point that you thought the crowd really played a huge factor tonight. Did you guys feel that?
Yeah, shout out to the crowd. We started at 9:50, 10 o'clock. We finished at, 1:30 in the morning? It's been every night this year. Shout out to those people. Playing here with our crowd is insane. There's no other home field advantage in the country like there is at our place. So shout out to our fans. Y'all keep coming.
Why do you think you guys play better at 1 a.m.?
I couldn't tell you. I just seen it was something on somewhere social media. I think it's funny.
Did what happened against Tennessee, you think that helped tonight?
What you mean?
With the late game, the heroics to come back and win at the end?
I wouldn't say that was a solo game that's helped us. It's been all season. Yeah, we ran into a couple dry spots here and there. But it's been regardless. Whether who's in the lineup or who's not, who's in the dugout, who's not. Team's energetic and we get behind each other, support each other. So it's big because I know there's a lot of schools in the country where you've got guys on the bench who aren't willing to support the 9 in the lineup. So.
How do you describe the moment? How do you describe getting a game-winning hit against the number 2 ranked team in the country? What's it feel like? How do you describe it?
I kind of blacked out. Obviously it's elite, in front of our crowd like I was just talking about, with the 3 letters on the chest. Bear did it against Tennessee, but, you kind of just black out in the moment and it's kind of surreal. Probably won't go to sleep tonight, but I can handle that later.
Nobody wants to see the Tigers after midnight.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Just get the ball, and Coach Johnson has a lot of faith in me, and I got a lot of confidence in myself. So just
just go out there and compete. Did you feel like you were doing anything better this weekend?
Not necessarily. I made a couple better pitches, and a couple that didn't go my way last weekend. So I think it's just about staying consistent.
You were a starter last year, obviously, and pitched a ton of innings. This is a completely different role. And when you're out there and it's 1 o'clock in the morning, it's the 11th inning, bases are loaded. Like, is it different than being a starter?
It definitely is. In the sense that you're just in a different role. But for me, the mindset stays the same. Trust in myself, trust in the coaches stays the same. So that's about it.
When the game, when y'all are behind, like generally speaking, you generally don't come into the game, but when it's tied, that's in your head, obviously. So how do you kind of stay in the game when you know it's time to get ready to roll?
Just staying locked into what's going on, and then when I go down to the bullpen, it's just getting moving down there, keep evaluating what's going on in the game, and then whenever I hear my name called, I'm ready to go.
Would you just stay loose during this really long rain? You don't know if you're going to pitch. You don't know when you're going to play. You know.
Yeah, well, I don't really start getting loose until I go down to the bullpen.
I mean, just mentally. Before,
yeah.
you were waiting to see when you were going to play.
Yeah, just relaxing. I mean, if you kind of do too much, you mentally get drained out. So it's just try not to really do too much, just getting off your feet.
What's your Buc-ee's order?
I go the sparkling ice for a drink. I think it's the black cherry flavor. And then I'm a big Sour Patch, blue raspberry guy. And then sometimes like a bag of Doritos or something like that. And the brisket sandwich is pretty good too.
How much fun is it though in these environments, right? 1 o'clock in the morning, like all the energy in the room. Like when you toe the rubber, you look like you're having a blast off.
Yeah, I mean, nothing beats it. Coach Johnson always says you get to do things, you don't have to do things. So, I mean, especially when you're in this environment, you get to do it, you get to compete, and that's just kind of the mindset I take out there.
Jaden said the other day when we were talking to him that you guys, when you were down there to warm up in the bullpen before you come in, you guys sort of try to get each other hyped up before you walk through the gate and take the trot out to the mouse. Like, take us through like what's it like in the bullpen when you guys are getting warm. Like, he mentioned something about saying different words, like some random words to you. Like, what's it look like in there?
I don't know what words he's talking about necessarily, but I mean, it's just, I don't really try to do too much, so it's just getting loose, throwing, just moving around, and whenever there's a break in between innings, trying to get off your feet because you don't want to be on your feet for too long. So, me personally, I don't really try to do too much down there, but.
Coach Yasky made a visit, I think, kind of telling what he's before you face opening right there.
He talked about the bat before, what pitches we threw to him, kind of what he was probably going to be sitting on, and what he was looking to do. I think that was a bad fastball got away from me. But yeah, he just talked about the pitches we threw him before, and then talked about defense positioning and possibly a ground ball in the 6th hole, and Tanner being over at third, being ready to catch a ball from Steve. So that's pretty much it.
Coach talked about a conversation between him, you, and I think Captain Giffery. What do you sort of remember from that heading into this week, and what do you sort of take away?
Coach Johnson?
Yeah.
Gavin just kind of said he'd been in my shoes, kind of what happened last weekend, and just kind of not giving me motivation, just kind of being there and let me know that he's there for me, and he's been through kind of the same thing. So that's pretty much it. Just that they both have a lot of faith in me.
Anything else for Zach? Okay. All right.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you.